Hello, everyone. Hello from Poland. My name is Jolanta, and I represent the National Science Center in Poland. We are responsible for managing the partner search tool in this call. So I will tell you a couple of things about it. So how to use it, right? So the first question that we have to answer here is, or the first thing that we have to look at is that after you have read the call text or the call announcement, you probably have a number of questions. We have just heard about the eligibility of the consortia. So what you might be asking yourself at this point is, how do I find cooperation possibilities? How do I find specific expertise that I need for my project? Or I do have a brilliant idea, but I have not started building my consortium yet. Or I have just learned that the consortium I had in mind would not be eligible, so I need to look for more partners. So the partner search tool is an online tool that provides you with answers to those questions in a sense. So all you need to do is go to the address given here in this presentation, but it is also given on the call page website, on the JPIAMR website. And then you either search for the information already published by others, and at this point we already have about 50 expressions of interest published, or you complete a simple form to publish your own expression of interest. Let's take a quick look at what it looks like when you log into the page. There is a short introduction with short instructions, and you can see that there is the search part at the bottom. So if you just want to browse through the published expressions of interest, you can use the filter. Now you can see that there are different areas that you can filter the database by. And some of them, for example, if you click on the scientific area, Ronit just told us that there are basically 2 scientific areas, topic 1, topic 2. So if you click on that, there will be another field open for you to specify which area is of interest to you. So this is relatively easy to use. There is also a show all partners and projects link. So if you don't have any specific criteria, you can just look at the list. Now, if you want to register your own expression of interest, you will notice that there's a registration form on the right, okay? And it consists of 3 parts. In the first part, we ask you to tick the areas and One Health settings that are relevant to your situation. Then there are some descriptive questions. And finally, there is the contact information section, which is extremely important because you will be contacted by other researchers interested in cooperation only if the contact information you provide here is up to date and reliable. So let's take a look at these sections very quickly. If you are an individual researcher or a representative of a lab or a research team, and you're basically looking for a project you may want to join, then you start by indicating that you are a partner looking for project. So when you then start completing the descriptive questions, your mindset would be more similar to a person looking for a job and a person who's trying to write a cover letter. So it would be good to put here a brief description of your expertise and a brief description of the project that you would like to join. If you're writing this, if you're completing this on behalf of a company, or on behalf of a lab, then quite obviously your expertise would not refer to your individual expertise, but to the profile of your company and perhaps more types of projects that the company is ready to participate in. If, however, you are a coordinator with an idea for a project you want to build a consortium from scratch, or you're looking for further partners, then you would start completing your registration form by marking project looking for partner. So the mindset would be to introduce you as a potential employer, so to speak. And you're, in a sense, you're writing a job advertisement because you already have an idea. Okay, so then the brief description is should focus more on the expertise that you are looking for. And the brief description of the project is the description of what you have in mind. Okay, so this is where you want to build a team to do. So what are some tips for the descriptive section? Try to be brief. Give the most relevant information. You may share specific know-how that you have, perhaps some innovative technologies, resources you can share. Do not repeat what you have already said, for example, under One Health settings or under the topic of the call. Do not include confidential information, because remember, whatever you write in your expression interest, you also give us your consent to publish it. So anybody who happens to have a link, the link to the partner search tool, will be able to read the information that you put in the expression of interest. The contact section of the partner search tool is pretty self-explanatory. What's important is to make the information here easy for prospective partners to contact you. So it's always better to state both your first and last name. If you're registering as a company or giving the names of the company, it's better to give the full name of your institution, because your acronym may be well known in your own country, but the tool is used globally. So it's always easier to find you. Please provide one link to your organization or to your research profile. It very often happens that people provide a number of links. If you do that, this is a very simple online form. If you do that, then the person who clicks on it will not be hyperlinked to any particular site. So think about which link best represents what you want to communicate, and include just one. And then check the email address that you put into the form for typos, and make sure all the links lead to pages in English. Now, after you have completed the form, you will see a message on screen telling you that you have successfully registered and that your application has been submitted and is now awaiting verification. Now, what does that mean? It means that I'm on the other side of the tool and I get an email saying that there is a new registration in the portal. And I have to open it and check basically if everything is okay. Sometimes mistakes happen when people, for example, when people choose the country from a list of countries. It's very easy to choose the wrong country, so I make sure. Sometimes people make a mistake in terms of the links don't work. So this is what I do. Now, please be patient, because there are differences in time. Sometimes the expressions of interest are submitted in the middle of the night. I can only look at them in the morning, my time zone. And there will be a little bit slower response from me over weekends. Check your mailbox, because if something doesn't work, if something is not publishable, I will write you an email to clarify. Okay, and once the form is published online, it is no longer possible to edit it. In fact, once you submit the form, you no longer have access to it. What I can do is I can delete the form from the public view. You may choose to resubmit the form. So if you find out that, for example, you clicked it twice, or there are some differences and you would like the form to be removed, then please write me an email and I'll do that for you. One more very important note at the very end of this presentation is that the partner search tool is not a mandatory element of your application process. You do not have to register in the partner search tool. So this is completely separate from the proposal submission platform. Right? You have to complete a pre-proposal, as Ronit has already said, and by completing a pre-proposal as a partner, we mean that you have to be featured in the tables, you have to complete the description of your tasks, you have to sign a letter of intent, but it is the coordinator of the consortium who has to submit this proposal on behalf of the consortium. But to do that, you do not have to register in the PST. We think it is a good tool. It's interesting to see what kind of expressions of interest other people have published. So we recommend that you do it. But again, you do not have to be registered in order to apply. So this is it from me. If you have any questions about the partner search tool, you can contact me at this address, and it is also given on the website. So thank you very much.